I'm Jeremiah Fox. I'm a carpenter and handyman out here in New York City. High quality woodworking tools. If you're going to be doing any home repair and remodeling, you're going to want to have some good tools. You can buy cheap versions of most tools in any store, but the results are going to be inadequate for you. So I always recommend, if you can afford a good quality tool, buy the good quality tool. It will last you longer, it will do a much better job. Now we have a wide range of tools here, and this is just scratching the surface of everything you're going to use. From power tools like saws and screw guns and routers to a variety of hand tools that are very, very important. We start with drill bits, which range from normal drill bits to countersink drill bits that'll help countersink a little hole in there for the heads of your screws, to fancier things like paddle bits and Forstner bits, which gouge out very precise holes for pegs and bolts and such. You'll want nail sets, which will take your finished nails and sink them below the surface of the wood. You want a good line of chisels. They're very easy to shape wood and get into little tight corners that you can't get into with bigger, more powerful tools. They've been around forever, and there's a reason why. You might want to get into planes and planers to take little shavings off of woods. This is really good if you're doing your own banisters or posts, because you'll be able to shape them a lot better with that. And then when you get into the actual sawing, other than having power saws, you also want a few hand saws. A good stiff-backed saw will run you really well for getting to certain things. And then there's a whole variety of pole saws that were made popular from Japan. Now these will give you very precise, very straight cuts. It's very high quality stuff, and they're super thin, so that if you need to cut something that's sticking off the top, you can slide through it really well without damaging anything else and getting it really close to the surface. And pole saws come in a variety, both American made and Japanese made. For safety, you always want to make sure you have a good pair of safety glasses, good pair of gloves, and ear protection. Dust masks are also very handy, especially if you're working with big sawdust makers or painting things with fumes. You always want a good tape measure that hasn't been too tweaked at the end. If this tip here gets all messed up, then all your measurements will be slightly off. You want a good pencil, and then for measuring things, you got a wide variety of things to help you out. They have normal carpenter squares, which can be very nice and pretty like this. They give you a nice right angle. There are speed squares that are called speed squares because you can basically just slap it right up onto something and it's automatically square. There's the combo square, which slides in and out so that you can take a measurement, lock it in with the nub, run this along a piece of wood and your pencil here, and you get a straight line all the way down. Also comes in with a handy little level. And then one of my favorites, the bevel gauge, which is a way of taking numerous different angles and applying them. This is really handy if you're working in a corner of your house that isn't precisely square. You can push this into the angle, set it, lock it down, bring it back to where you're cutting a piece of wood, line it up, and then you have the angle set there, just like in reality, because a lot of houses that have been around for a while that you may be remodeling don't exactly have a whole lot of right angles to them left because of sinking and sagging. So that's it. As I said, there's hundreds of other types of tools out there and many different varieties, but the key is to get good quality ones because they will last longer and give you better results.